Alright everyone, it's finally time. Got some new tires for the Pioneer 500. These are the SUNF, whatever, Chinese ones. And they are 27 by, let's see, 1112 in the back. And 27 by 912 in the front. So what I'm going to do is take a few measurements, ground clearance, and I did some decibel readings at 30 miles an hour and also some RPM readings, and I want to see how it changes it. Also did like a couple 0 to 30 runs on the stock tires. First thing I'm going to measure is the width. So important to note for this and the ground clearance measurements, I have all the springs set to the middle for the preload. So we have the tape measure kind of sitting there, and we come around and it's about 49 the way it sits right now. Time for the rear ground clearance. We're just going to go right here to the frame. And we can see we are right at 9 inches here for the rear. And around to the front, we're just a hair under 9 with this little skid plate hanging a little bit low. I'll spare you guys the pain of me trying to mount these tires on by hand, and we'll just fast forward to them being mounted. Alright, I got the tires on. It was super fun, like it always is when you do them by hand. Let's check out some ground clearance numbers. Around to the back, like we were before, right to the exact same spot. Looks like we're just shy of 11 inches, up from 9. So that's a good solid 2, that's pretty sweet. Now to the front, and we're just shy of 11 here too. So it looks like we gained a good solid 2 inches of ground clearance all the way around. Now as far as the width, it looks like we gained a little bit. We're about 50.5, I'd say. So, and then once the suspension settles and everything, it may be a little different, but I jumped on it a few times to kind of settle it, but I'm sure it'll settle more as I drive it. So we really didn't gain much width, which is good for those who want to keep it 50 inches. Here she is out in the daylight. Man, does it transform this thing. It looks pretty angry. There's a lot more clearance, and it looks a lot less stupid than it does stock. So I'm really happy with these, the way they turned out. Now time for some road testing. Alright, I just got back from doing my test beat down the highway with the new tires on. And I'll spare you the video of it because it's identical basically to what I did in the first 2 videos. So I will post the results here. And as you can see, I got a little bit of an improvement in auto mode. When it starts in first gear, and then manual mode it was actually slower, but that's because I started in second gear just to keep it fair to what my first test was. Also, the sound levels in the cab at 30 miles an hour according to the speedo were identical. So I am on pavement, so I'm assuming that the tires are a little bit noisier, so that's making up for the loss in RPM, because I'm going to definitely lose some RPM with these larger tires. So in theory, it should be a little quieter, but then again, they make more noise on pavement.